The fight is not out there. It's in here. Not from the world, not from the critics, but from myself. You see, we all wake up with two voices. One says, go do it. The other says, why bother? The one says, get up and fight. The other says, you deserve a little more rest. Now listen, the battle that matters most is not between you and them. It's you against you. You don't lose in life because someone else wins. You lose when you stop fighting yourself for a better version of you. And if you don't learn to master that inner battle, you could have talent, you could have opportunity, and still live below your potential. Let me say that again. You could be talented and still lose. Why? Because discipline beats talent when talent doesn't show up. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. And that's the message today. It's time to stop running from the truth. And the truth is, the only thing in your way is you. Not the government, not the economy, not your boss, not your parents, not your past, it's you. And once you grasp that, the power returns to your hands. Because if it's you, then guess what? You can change. For things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. So let's begin this journey. 5 lessons, 1 mission, to win the war within. Because once you win that, nothing can stop you. You wake up every day to a silent war, a war most never see. It's not fought with fists or words. It's fought in the quiet moments when no one's watching. Most people think the battle is out there. They think it's the boss, the competition, the market, the critics, the haters. But that's not the real fight. The real battle is inside. The one you fight when the alarm goes off. The one you fight when you feel tired, unmotivated, distracted. The truth. Your greatest opponent is you. And most people don't even realize it. Let me explain. The invisible enemy. It's not what you see that holds you back. It's what you don't see. The voice you hear only in silence. The quiet whisper that says, why try? What if you fail? Maybe next year. That's the enemy. It's not loud. It's subtle. It wears your face and uses your own voice. That voice tells you to wait, to play small, to be reasonable. But if you listen long enough, that voice becomes your reality. Your worst enemy isn't competition or bad luck. It's the voice that whispers, why try? It's too hard, maybe tomorrow. Let me tell you a story. There's an old Cherokee Parable. A grandfather tells his grandson, there's a battle going on inside me between 2 wolves. One wolf is fear, laziness, self-doubt, excuses, procrastination. The other is discipline. Truth, courage, effort, faith. The boy thinks for a moment, then asks, grandfather, which wolf wins? The old man smiles. The one you feed. So let me ask you, which wolf are you feeding? You want success. You want to grow. Then you have to recognize something most people never do. You've been getting in your own way, not the economy, not your parents, not your education. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's fear dressed in excuses. We don't delay because we're weak. We delay because we're afraid. Afraid of failing. Afraid of judgment. Afraid that we're not good enough. So we sabotage quietly. We scroll, we snack, we binge, we avoid, we distract. We stay busy doing things that feel comfortable while running from what matters most. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. You're either designing or drifting. There is no neutral. Winning the first fight, the morning decision. Let me tell you where the war starts. It doesn't start in the boardroom. It doesn't start at the gym. It doesn't even start in your relationships. It starts when the alarm clock rings. You have 2 choices, snooze the alarm and snooze your potential. Or rise up and rise into your purpose. Victory starts the moment your feet hit the floor. Do you rise with purpose or hit snooze on your potential? Success is never convenient. Discipline is never comfortable, but that's the price of growth. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. And every time you choose growth over comfort, You win another round in the war within. It doesn't have to be dramatic, just honest. Choose the workout, choose the reading, choose the plan over the distraction. Because every small win becomes a vote for the person you want to become. So, where's the real enemy? It's not the people who doubt you. It's not the critics. It's not your past. It's the you who settles. The you who avoids. The you who stops trying. But here's the good news. That version of you, you created it, which means you can change it. The battle isn't out there, friend. It's in here. And the first step to winning, admitting you're the one holding the knife and the shield. Now the real question is, will you show up for yourself tomorrow? Or will you step aside and let your excuses win again? Because the war isn't over. It's just beginning. The worst kind of deception isn't when someone else lies to you. It's when you lie to yourself and believe it. Let me ask you something. How many times have you looked in the mirror and told yourself a story that wasn't true? I'm just not that smart. I'm too old. I don't have time. I'll start next Monday. I just need a little break. I sound familiar. They're not excuses. They're illusions. Comforting little phrases that sound like truth, but keep you exactly where you are. Let's start with one of the most dangerous lies ever told you. I still have time. It's innocent. It feels reasonable, but it's deadly. We waste days like we've got an endless supply. But you don't have 10 years. You don't even have tomorrow. All you've got is now. Life is not a rehearsal. This is it. This is the show. This is your act. Don't wait for the perfect scene. It may never come. You think you're waiting for the right time, but time is waiting on you. I'll start when I'm ready. You won't, because ready is a myth. You'll never feel fully ready to take the risk, to quit the job, to chase the dream, to show up in a new way. You don't need confidence to begin. You need courage. Confidence comes after you start. You think successful people feel ready. They don't. They just move anyway. They act while afraid. They build while unsure. They jump while doubting. Don't wait for clarity. Create it? Let's break this one wide open. I'm not good enough. Where did that come from? Was it a parent, a teacher, a failure? You weren't born with that belief. It was planted, and now you've been watering it, feeding it, letting it grow roots. But here's the truth: you are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are who you decide to be next. Don't confuse your current results with your permanent identity. Your future is always under construction. Now here's one that people love to defend. That's just how I am. No, that's just how you've chosen to stay. I'm not a morning person. I'm bad with money. I don't like reading. I've never been good at relationships. Let me remind you, you're not a tree. You can move. You can rewire your thoughts. You can reshape your habits. You can rewrite your story. The only person you're doomed to beg is the one you refuse to change. You can't fix what you won't face. And the hardest part of growth, owning the lies you've been living. You don't lack time, you lack priorities. You're not stuck. You're scared. You're not unlucky. You're unprepared. You're not overwhelmed. You're undisciplined. Harsh. Maybe the truth doesn't hurt you. It reveals you. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Discomfort is the price of clarity. The truth won't make you feel good, but it'll set you free. Here's an exercise that changed my life. Stand in front of a mirror and say out loud the lie that's been holding you back. Look into your own eyes. Say it without blinking. Then ask yourself, is that true? And if it's not true, let it go. Burn the script. Start over. Your life becomes the story you tell yourself most often. Choose a better script. You can't build a strong life on a foundation of lies. You have to tear down the illusions, one by one, day by day. Because the biggest transformation begins not when the world changes, but when the way you see yourself does. You are not who you think you are. You are what you believe you are, and beliefs can be rewritten. So break the lies. face the truth, and reclaim your power. Because your real life begins where the lies end. Don't wish life were easier. Wish you were better. Let's talk about something that feels so good it's warm. It's soft. It's safe. But it's a trap. It's called comfort. And if you're not careful, it will slowly wrap itself around your dreams and strangle your potential. Comfort doesn't scream. It whispers. You've done enough for today. You deserve a break. Why push so hard? You've got time. And little by little, you start to believe it. You trade ambition for entertainment, discipline for delay, growth for ease. And the most dangerous part, you don't even realize it's happening. You wake up just late enough. You scroll. You snack. You say tomorrow. But tomorrow looks a lot like today. And before you know it, a year has passed. Comfort doesn't lead to progress. It leads to patterns. And patterns shape your destiny. And your future doesn't change because you want it to. It changes because you do something uncomfortable repeatedly. Most people don't lose their dreams in a storm. They fall asleep on them. Success doesn't require pain, but it does require discomfort. Waking up early when you don't feel like it. Saying no to distractions when they tempt you. Practicing discipline when nobody's watching. Choosing growth over Netflix. Reading when you'd rather scroll. It's not that people don't know what to dog, it's that they won't endure what it takes to do it. Here's a hard truth. The easy life becomes hard. When you take the easy route every time, you get weak, you get distracted, you get passed by, you get broke, you get stuck. But when you take the hard road, life gets easier. Because now you're stronger, you're sharper, you're focused, you've built discipline, you've earned peace. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. You weren't built to sit on the couch all day. You weren't built to coast through life. You weren't made for mediocrity. There's something in you that wants to grow. Something that says, there's more in me. I'm not done yet. I was made for something greater. But that voice is quiet, and comfort is loud. You've got to fight for it. You've got to dig for it. The fire inside of you wasn't lit for safety. It was lit for transformation. Here's the deal: if it's comfortable, examine it. If it's convenient, question it. If it's easy, challenge it. Ask yourself every morning, am I choosing comfort or growth? Then choose growth. Wait, push a little harder. Turn off the noise. Embrace the discomfort. Build momentum. Because momentum doesn't come from comfort. It comes from courage. One question that changes everything. Here's the mirror testing. If I lived the next 30 days exactly like today, would I be proud of who I become? If the answer is no, you're in the comfort trap. But here's the good news: you can break out. Right now. Today. With one decision. Because everything changes when you choose to be the kind of person who does what's hard. On purpose. Comfort might feel good in the moment, but it robs you of the life that could have been. So trade comfort for clarity. Trade ease for excellence. Trade someday for today. Your future self is watching you, and it's begging you to get up. So get up, break the loop, do something hard, and escape the easy life. Because extraordinary never begins with comfort, it begins with courage. Fear is a fact, but it's not a force unless you feed it. Let me ask you something. What would your life look like if fear wasn't in the way? What dreams would you chase? What risks would you take? What version of yourself would finally rise? Now here's the reality most people never find out. Because they never test the illusion. They never step close enough to realize that fear isn't a wall. It's a shadow. It's not a beast. It's a paper tiger. Fear isn't in the world. It's in the mind. It's not the event. It's the story you tell yourself about the event. What will they think? I'm not ready. I might get rejected. This could go wrong. And so you hesitate. You hold back. You hide. And here's the kicker. 99% of what you fear never actually happens. A fear doesn't just paralyze. It costs. Every day you let fear win. You miss opportunities, you shrink your goals, you abandon your voice, you settle for less, you stay small, and you know it. That's the part that hurts the most. Not the fear itself, but knowing what you could have done if you hadn't let it stop you. If you feed fear now, you will feed regret later. Ask the elderly what haunts them. It's not their failures, it's their fears. I wish I had spoken up. I wish I had tried. I wish I had started. I wish I had lived. Fear keeps you safe in the moment, but imprisoned for a lifetime. Don't trade a few seconds of courage for a lifetime of what if. You've seen a shadow on the wall before, right? At first glance, it looks huge. But when you turn on the light, you laugh. That's what fear is. It feels real. But it disappears when you lean in. Try this, make the phone call. Ask for the meeting. Say what you believe. Try the thing you're scared of. And when you do, you'll find out. The scariest part of fear is waiting. Not doing. Not risking. Not failing. Just waiting, while your mind invents monsters that don't exist. Courage isn't being fearless. That's a myth. Courage is feeling the fear and moving anyway. It's showing up nervous. It's taking action while your hands shake. It's choosing progress over perfection. The strongest people you admire, they're afraid too. They've just trained themselves to walk through it. Because on the other side of fear is freedom. You don't have to conquer the mountain in one day. Just take one brave step. Speak the truth. Do the thing. Start the project. Ask the question. Say, I'm ready. You one small act of courage today can compound into a life of boldness tomorrow. Next time fear speaks, respond with truth. Fear says, you're not enough. You say, I'm learning. Fear says, you'll fail. You say, that's how I grow. A fear says, you'll look stupid. You say, so what? Because if you live afraid of looking foolish, you'll never look free. Fear wears a mask. It acts like a tiger. It growls, it hisses, it threatens. But when you rip the mask off, it's paper. It can't hurt you unless you run from it. It can't stop you unless you believe it. So the next time fear shows up, don't avoid it. Lean in. Speak up. Move forward. Life begins the moment you stop negotiating with fear. So stop negotiating. Start acting. Because once you face the paper tiger, you'll never fear it again. The greatest gift you can give the world is the best version of yourself. Let's take a moment. Not to chase, not to hustle, not to run, but to ask the most important question of all. Who am I becoming? Because when it's all said and done, that's what this life is about. Not just what you got, not just what you did, but who you became in the process. Success isn't the real prize, growth is. Money, status, fame, they come and go. But becoming the kind of person you admire, that lasts. That's victory. Victory isn't out there, it's in here. It's the quiet knowing, I am better than I was yesterday. Stronger, clearer, more disciplined. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. If you do that, you'll always be in demand. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Your best self is not hiding in comfort. Your best self is built in challenge. The struggle, that's the sculptor. The failure, that's the fire. Every time you do the hard thing, every time you resist the easy out, you add another brick to your foundation. You become someone you can respect. And that's the kind of wealth that no one can take from you. Becoming your best self doesn't happen by accident. It's intentional. Take a moment to ask, who do I want to be 5 years from now? How does that person think, speak, act? What habits do they have? What do they tolerate? And what do they never accept? Success is not about chance. It's about choice. And it starts with clarity. Clarity of identity. Don't just set goals for what you want. Set standards for who you are becoming. Though your best self doesn't show up because you're motivated. Your best self shows up because you built the habits when no one was watching. Waking up early. Saying no to distractions. Practicing your craft. Working out when it's raining. Reading when others scroll. Consistency creates character. And character is what leads to destiny. Becoming your best self isn't one big transformation. It's 1,000 small victories. It's waking up and choosing, I won't settle. I won't lie to myself. I'll do what I said I would. It's failing and trying again. It's being kind when it's hard. It's leading yourself before you lead others. Every day, brick by brick, you build something unshakable. You don't just build a life, you build a legacy. Your best self isn't a destination. It's a moving target. And that's the beauty of it. You're never done growing. Never done becoming. That's not a burden. That's a gift. Because it means that no matter what your past looks like, your future is still unwritten. You get to decide how the story ends. The ultimate victory is not in having more, but in being more. There is no best self without integrity. Do what you say you'll do. Keep promises to yourself. Act when it's hard. Tell the truth. Live with honor. The world may not notice right away, but you will, and the pride that comes from self-respect, it's better than any applause. Becoming your best self isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the person you were meant to be. Before fear, doubt, laziness, or excuses took over, you already have the seeds of greatness. You just have to water them, protect them, work them. Your greatest competition is not the world. It's your potential. So rise to it. The ultimate victory is when the person you are meets the person you could have become, and they look the same. Let that be your mission, to wake up each day and live so fully, so boldly, so intentionally, that when you meet your future self, they shake your hand and say, well done.